This is Kieran Gibbons at the Llinvi Valley Boxing Club. Can you just tell the viewers your name, your age and where you're from?
Hi guys, my name's Dean CAWLEY. I'm from Cardiff. I'm 33 years old, 33 years young, and I'm on 6 fights and currently fighting as often as I can at the moment, and hopefully you're about to see who I am in the next few fights.
Okay, Dean, so can you just tell the viewers how you first become involved in combat sports?
So my best friend, Charles Sikwa, some people know him as Charlie Jr. He's a 2-time world champion in K1. I just follow him basically. He's a hell of a fighter. Started training with him, and the rest is history.
So you've only actually been involved in combat sports fairly recently?
I started just before COVID. So COVID, we were training through COVID in our back gardens and stuff. So if you count that, but. Yeah, mostly I'd say the last 2 years I had a problem with my eyes. I had corneal erosions, so I couldn't spar. But the last year, I've jumped in every fight possible and sparring left, right, and centre. The good boys down here, and I'm coming on.
So, what's your sporting background previous to boxing and other combat sports?
I always loved. I lived a few doors down from Gareth Bale. I'm currently related to him, so. Our whole family's been sport, football, rugby. I started getting into the weights. I was the shortest, lumpiest person you'd see. I thought I looked great at the time, and as I started getting older, I didn't want to be like that anymore, and I did the complete opposite. Now I'm trying to lose muscle and get fit.
So do you regret not being involved in combat sports a little bit earlier?
When I was young, when I was about 6, 7, my dad took me to a boxing gym. I went for 3 sessions, my mate gave up and I gave up with him, and I always wanted to get back to it. Always wanted to be a boxer. As I started getting older, I got caught with drinking, lifting weights. I got to around about the age of 27, 28, and I thought, watching my best friend do what he's done, come from nowhere to 2-time world champion. I was like, I want a bit of the fun.
And I believe it's Kyra Ely from, is it? Kyra Ely?
Do you know what? I don't have a boxing gym. I'm all over the place. When I started following Charles, I went to Gary Lockett's. I've been down Lee Selby's. Been only trained by really good people. I've wanted to join an amateur gym. It's just, as you know, with working, the times and. But as the future onwards, I've got a few coaches asking me to join them. I'm just trying to find the right coach at the moment.
So when you were down Gary's, there's lots of good boys down there. I mean, did you ever do any sparring or ever move around with anyone?
I did, but they wouldn't call it sparring. They would call it looking after me. So one time I sparred Chris Jenkins. He didn't even wear the gum shorts. That's how confident he was. But I used to pay Rhys Edwards for sessions, and that's what originally done my eyes. I sparred with him 12 days straight. Same again. He just looking after me, letting me punch him, but catching me with the odd shot in there to teach me a few lessons, and it was brilliant, really good. It was an honour, really, you know, to be with around such good boys, and it's really rubbed off on me because all I see around me is people training. I won't swear, but training like mad, and I just want to follow all our motivation.
Can you tell the difference when you sparring someone like Chris Jenkins, who's a former British welterweight champion? Is the difference noticeable to someone like you compared to some of the other guys you sparred with?
Well, I didn't want to knock him out. I thought, you know, I'd go easy on him, and do you know what? So I had done a little bit of sparring at the time, but all we knew was square-footed, swings for the hills and hope for the best. And having someone just to stand there, look you straight in the eye with a guard, you'd hit him on a guard and they wouldn't flinch, and you'd be like, right, I don't want to hit him anymore. You know, couldn't move him. And obviously, it's quite scary when you get in the ring with someone so good.
I think you said you had 6 fights to date. Who were some of the guys you fought so far?
Fought some really good ones. My first one was Anton Boston, the first ever fight, main event. He had 17 amateurs. I lost that, but it was a close fight. Built on. Most of my fights, they've had quite a bit of fights. Some of them have been a little bit too heavy for me, but I've just jumped in it anyway. For Carl Watts, he's had like 30 or so fights. Tough boy, me and him, Welsh Combat. Fight right, I know you were there. We tried killing each other, really close. I thought I had it, but you know, he was a good fighter on the night, and all credit to him. He trains really hard, and he's a lovely bloke as well. You know, I got nothing bad to say about Carl. Really nice guy.
Yeah, your fight with Carl, I was there that night, and it was a cracking scrap, a real good blend of styles. Carl was more the boxer, you were more the aggressive fighter.
The problem with me at the moment is where I'm still quite new to it. I've been around boxing, you know, the last few years and with Charles and that. But when I get in the ring, all that boxing goes out the window. I'm still a bit tense, blowing out a little bit faster, not really thinking of boxing. So I felt like I probably could have done a lot better boxing-wise with Carl, but where you're in the moment, you're tense. It's my first belt I was going for. It was 5 rounds, never done 5 rounds. And I really thought, well, I was landing some good shots with him, and I got carried away with it. It was the left hook, I don't know if you can remember. And then when I was landing it, I just kept on trying to throw these big hooks. And eventually my boxing slowed down, and I started getting tired, and then it just tried throwing heavy shots then, pretty much. Yeah, trying to kill him.
I guess you must be quite difficult to match. I'm not quite sure what weight you are, but you're relatively short, but you're still quite heavy, I guess.
So I fight at 65. I should be fighting about 62, 60 because of my height. I don't like dieting. So with the licence, as you know, a lot of the boys don't diet. So sometimes you fight with people who are more your weight. They diet, but not properly. They don't do all the weight cut, the sauna or nothing. And now I'm coming across some good boys and they do it properly. So the boys that I'm fighting are rehydrating up to like 70 plus. I fought a guy called Pete, lovely guy from Worcester. By the time he rehydrated, he was up here. I was still down here. And yeah, he was just the weight in here was massive, and I felt like as a better boxer, well, I felt it was quite equal. But every time he'd land a shot, I'd take about 3 steps back. I'd hit a shot on him, and I might get a flinch if I'm lucky.
So, have you any contests lined up?
So I got a guy. Do you know what I found out earlier? I don't know who he is. Rocky has put me forward to him. I trust Rocky, lovely guy, brilliant guy. He's helped me with a little bit of training lately. And I literally just said to him, I said, right now. Problem is me, I get a bit nervous when I find out who I'm fighting. I search him, and I'm still fairly new in that way. So this time round, I said to him, I said, just get me a fight, don't tell me anything about him. I'll see him on the night, and we'll go from there.
Is that for the 17th of February? 17th
of Feb, I'm fighting 2 weeks after in Gloucester, and then I'm fighting in the May show, and I'm going to try and get as active as I can and catch up to these boys, and hopefully I'll settle more in the ring and you'll see better boxing. I hope so anyway.
I presume people can get tickets from you for the show on the 17th?
For me, yeah, just give me a message. I got a few tables reserved already. They do go really fast, and as you know, these Welsh combat shows, they're full of excitement, and the seats don't, especially the VIP, they don't last long.
And we hear this Linvey Valley Boxing Club. What's this particular gym like? I know we've travelled probably about 30 miles to come here tonight.
It's the third time I've been down here, and I feel like I'm a member. You know, every one of these lads in here have always been good, and I've said to every one of them, if they ever want future sparring, it benefits me anyway. But I'm always there. Tony, tough as nails. But just being here, I can feel improvements even in the last 2 weeks. So this is going to do me more benefit than him.
And you mentioned Tony there. That's Tony Lafferty, the Scottish bare knuckle fighter who's fighting for a BKB world title in a couple of weeks, or next week even. What's it like sharing a ring with he's a bit of a legend these days, I suppose, Tony Lafferty?
Yeah, tough as nails, you know. Yeah, brilliant. You know, he's not shy to fight. I'm someone. If you look at my fights, I always put, especially when I'm short, I try and push. I'll chase them around. And in all fairness to Tony, you know, if he won't push it, he won't let anyone push him back either. So by the end of the round, by the end of the spar, we are both beaten, broken, and yeah.
So what's the ambition then, mate? Have you got an aim or a target, or are you just going to take it as it comes?
So I got a few people to prove wrong. I started late, you know. A lot of people thought that I wouldn't get as far as I am, especially when I look back at how I started. I looked terrible. But now it's my time to now show people I can actually do something. I'm jumping into some big fights. Even some of the fights, I'm doubting myself, but when I'm getting in there, I'm showing myself, most importantly, that I could be there. And I'm surprising myself how much I'm improving each fight, and I'm hopefully, don't know where I'm going to go with it. I'm just going to take it as I go. I did want to go pro, but as you well know, pro at the age of 33, it's more business than it is sport. So, but I do want to do something with it, whether that be amateur, I don't know. But I'm not stopping yet.
Okay, mate. Great to chat with you, and I look forward to watching you fight again.
It's been a pleasure.
Awesome, mate. Brilliant. Thanks, mate. Brilliant.